Alright, today we are talking about the Nikon Z6ii and the 200 to 500 millimeter lens. I have this mounted with the FTZ adapter 1st gen. As you can see, it's a really big lens, so give me a sec here, I'm going to take it down a little bit for you. So, as you can see, it's a pretty big setup, and it's not really all that heavy actually, it's quite manageable. I really enjoy this lens. The VR on it, the focus distancing, the lens lock for transport, just a cool, well-built lens. You open it up, it is still honking big. I'm gonna fit that for you. The tripod holder is really good quality. I can't complain too much. I mean, I guess I wish that this was metal. This one little knob here for adjusting. I do wish that was maybe metal, but I'm kind of nitpicky with that. I love this lens, of course, for bird photography and wildlife photography. But where this is very special to me is when I'm doing my telephoto time lapses, my telephoto landscapes. What an amazing setup to have out there. I'm out in the Rockies quite a bit, and this is my favorite camera to just kind of grab and go. I can set it up on a tripod very quickly, get a time lapse going, focus in on a really cool peak with some nice trees in the foreground, and wow, just I don't know what else I could really say about it. It took my photography to places that I really wasn't expecting to go. To be able to set up on a unique landscape and to be able to cherry pick through my little zones and each peak that I want to use, to set this up on a tripod and to set up a time lapse as mountain weather is rolling over a specific area. It's really cool to be able to pick that out, set it up, and just let it do its thing. I was blown away by it. I got this originally just so that I could try to get a cool picture of the moon. And I've done that. I started getting into bird photography probably about 2.5 years ago. And I've taken some of my favorite shots of my favorite bird, which is the red-winged blackbird, with this combination. Just a great setup, and you know, I was very shocked that I was able to start getting into landscape with a telephoto lens. I didn't really even know that was a thing until just recently, but if anyone's getting their hands on this lens, or if anyone owns one right now and hasn't tried doing a lot of landscape, get out there and try it. These are very cool for being able to pick out a scene and pick and choose what you're shooting. It gives you a ton more options. It gives you a lot more images that you can dig through. It really drags the photographer out of you with a very pleasing experience and a lot of excitement. I don't find myself ever fighting this setup. I just grab it and I go. So I'm going to show you a couple of examples of what I'm talking about. Hopefully you enjoy and you get an idea of what I'm talking about with this. And yeah, I really hope that you get to try this setup out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. that's the Nikon 200 to 500 millimeter f5.6 VR mounted on the Nikon Z6ii with the FTZ adapter, first gen. And I'm going to add real quick, I like the first gen adapter. I may be one of the rare ones that do. Why I like it is because SmallRig makes a plate that has front supports for an FTZ adapter support that you can add to this. I've always been a big fan of supporting the FTZ and having that be the area that's supporting the lens weight on something as hefty as this. That's why I like this FTZ adapter first gen, because of this lens. Adds a lot more mounting options, works fine. There's nothing different between it and the new gen, other than the lack of a tripod mount. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for putting up with my rambling, and I really do hope that you guys get out there and try this. Thanks very much. Have a good one.